of an intergenerational choir from the Southwest have just had the trip of a lifetime. The Teachers Rock Choir, with singers aged from 7 to 70.
It's an intergenerational choir set up by Debbie Kent, who is a musician, and she'd been planning this for years, but COVID got in the way. And Debbie, she is the singing teacher at CMAC, which is the after-school music club that I do. And very recently we went to Abbey Road and recorded an album there.
It's an absolute privilege to be here today in one of the most iconic recording studios on the planet.
So tell me about that day. What was that like?
It was very exhausting. We had to get a coach from South Molton at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we got to London at about 1 o'clock.
So what happened as soon as you got to Abbey Road?
We got off the coach and we walked across the famous zebra crossing, and we had Julian, who was our lollipop man for the day.
And who's Julian?
He's one of the members of the adult choir.
And why is that zebra crossing famous?
Because it's the album cover for one of the Beatles albums.
And there were just 4 Beatles. How many of you were there?
About 70.
That must have taken some time.
It was slightly time consuming, but yeah, we all made it across and back in good time. At one point, another one of the schools that's a part of this, Great Torrington School, one of the guys from them decided to do a conga line across the zebra crossing, which was quite funny to watch back.
And presumably while you were crossing, all the traffic had to be held back?
Yeah.
Was that a problem?
Not really, luckily there wasn't that much traffic going up and down the road.
So when you go into Abbey Road, what's it like? Is there a big sign and you kind of feel the history?
There's a lot of posters on the walls and lots of pictures from people recording, and lots of signs saying who's recorded there. And we were in Studio 1, which is where the Beatles have recorded. And I think it was Studio 2, which was our holding room where we could put bags and stuff in. And we were there for about 5 hours, just recording a bunch of songs. And yeah, and it was just a surreal day. Even now it's still only just setting in. On that day, it was just incredible. Looking at all the pictures of everyone recording there and seeing all the posters from movies and TV shows, etc., that have had soundtracks recorded there, it's pretty unreal to think I'm in the same building as, Adele or something.
So who are some of the acts that have recorded there? Can you remember?
The Beatles, Take That, Adele, Harry Styles, and One Direction.
That must have been good for you because you're a big Harry Styles fan,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah.
So had he recorded in that same room?
Yeah, there's
Could
videos on YouTube.
Are there?
Yeah, there
Could you feel the aura of Harry in the room?
Totally.
So describe what the setup is when you're recording.
So there was a bunch of chairs for all of us to sit on, with so many microphones everywhere and so many sets of headphones so that we could listen to ourselves singing. There was a piano, there was setups for a guitar, there was, like I said, a lot of microphones, and then there was a bunch of studios where they could sort out the sound, where they could talk to us through the headphones. It was all very techy in there.
So did you have to do things over and over again?
Yeah, we did each song at least 7 times just to get the acoustics right and to get everything in time.
So what was it like when you started singing the first notes of the first song?
That was crazy because the atmosphere of it was just incredible. The acoustics in there were amazing, and hearing John on the piano and hearing Gary on the guitar, and there was a bunch of younger kids singing solos for the very first song.
You light the sky up above me, a star so bright you blind
and just hearing them singing their hearts out was just, it was so incredible.
Did you get any feedback from the engineers there?
Yeah, they gave some comments on like some of the soloists, and one of them was one of the guys, Peter, in like my sort of age range. He's got an incredible voice, and he was singing a solo in Let It Be, and apparently they were just so blown away because they haven't heard a like male voice like that in so long.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And those guys really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they do. And we were being examined the entire time we were there for like big group choirs, and I've got a certificate here, and we got a level 3 distinction, which was incredible. So yeah, we passed with the distinction.
And tell me what happened last night.
Yeah, last night was just an incredible experience because we had an album launch for this album, and yeah, so this is the album. It's got a bunch of pictures of us from Abbey Road on the back, and it's obviously got all the songs on it. And yeah, last night we did an album launch for it where it honestly made me realise how much like time and effort Debbie's put in for all of this to happen for her and for all of us, because yeah. So.
And tell me a bit about Debbie.
She's very hardworking. She's really nice, but I think she's got a lot of stress going on it with her at the moment, what with Abbey Road and the album and just everything in this upcoming year that we've got going on, because we've got another concert in a couple months. But yeah, she's really lovely.
And very inspirational.
Yes, very inspirational.
And what's your favourite track off the album?
I have to admit, either Love Can Build a Bridge or Rule the World and Viva La Vida.
And when you look at the album, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to keep that for your kids and your grandkids?
Definitely, I'm going to show it to whatever family I may have in years to come and say I recorded an album.